The Russia-Ukraine war continues to rage on, with the conflict stretching longer than anticipated, leading to unanticipated consequences for both sides. Russia's air force has suffered significant losses since the start of the war, with 90 planes lost to date. The overuse of Russia's jets has led to a decreased effectiveness, resulting in the depletion of its fleet of warplanes faster than planned. This, in turn, has left Russia's air force less formidable, potentially giving Ukraine an advantage in air battles. On the other hand, Ukraine has shown resilience in the face of adversity. Despite the ongoing conflict, Ukraine has managed to maintain its air defences and frontline strength, thanks to the restoration of old aircraft and the acquisition of jets from NATO countries. This, coupled with Russia's overextended air force, could shift the balance in Ukraine's favour. However, the situation remains volatile. The overuse of jets by Russia not only affects air battles but also has implications on ground operations, as resources are stretched thin. As the conflict deepens, Russia's air force is becoming less formidable due to the overuse of its jets, potentially giving Ukraine an advantage in air battles. The Western powers have not stood idly by as the conflict escalates. NATO and the UK particularly have shown unwavering support for Ukraine amid the ongoing war. They've been providing military aid, a crucial lifeline enabling Ukraine to stand its ground against the Russian offensive. But it's not just about the hardware. It's about the speed and efficiency of these deliveries. Concerns have been raised about the pace of weapon deliveries and the vulnerability of supply lines, putting pressure on these Western powers to streamline their support efforts. Furthermore, this conflict has prompted a significant shift in NATO's strategy. The alliance, which once viewed Russia as a potential partner, now sees it as a clear and present threat. This change in perception is more than just a diplomatic rebuke. It's a recalibration of strategy, a new lens through which NATO views its role in European security. The West's support for Ukraine shows no signs of ceasing, emphasizing the need for continued effort to deter Russian aggression. The situation on the ground remains tense, with both sides preparing for a protracted struggle. As we look ahead, there are a few potential scenarios that could play out in this conflict. A prolonged war is certainly on the table. Ukraine, in its fight for survival, is taking strategic steps to bolster its endurance. This includes restoring old aircraft and acquiring jets from NATO countries to maintain its air defences and frontline strength. On the other end, Russia, despite the depletion of its fleet, could increase sortie rates over occupied Ukraine. However, this comes with the risk of overworking its jets, which could potentially give Ukraine an advantage in air battles. Moreover, Russia's focus on countering Ukrainian threats could leave it with fewer resources to support ground operations, a challenge it must navigate wisely. As for the economic aspect of the conflict, Ukraine is also working to counter Russia's economic blockade, a move that could further test the resilience of its people and its leadership. Meanwhile, Russia must consider the implications of a prolonged war on its own economy and international standing. As the Russia-Ukraine conflict continues to evolve, the world watches on, anticipating the next turn of events. The Russia-Ukraine war is a complex and evolving situation with global implications. We've delved into the current state of the conflict, detailing the losses Russia's air force has suffered and the tactical challenges it faces due to the overuse of its jets. The war has lasted longer than anticipated, straining Russia's resources and giving Ukraine an unexpected advantage in air battles. We've also explored the pivotal role of Western powers in this conflict. The continued support from NATO and other allies, despite concerns about supply lines and the pace of weapon deliveries, remains crucial for Ukraine's defense. The West's shift in strategy, viewing Russia more as a threat than a partner, underscores the severity of the situation and the international stakes at play. Looking ahead, we've touched on potential future scenarios. The conflict shows no signs of a swift resolution, and both sides are preparing for a protracted struggle. The resilience of Ukraine, backed by Western powers, stands as a formidable challenge to Russian aggression. As the conflict continues to unfold, the resilience of Ukraine and the continued support from Western powers stand as formidable challenges to Russian aggression.